Hello, hello. My name is Jen Hughes. I am the founder and CEO of the Hughes Method. I'm a certified director of operations and certified online business manager. I have been working in the back end of all sorts of online businesses over the last 3.5 years. And if there's one thing I've learned during my time online, it's that client experience can make or break your business. What do I mean by that? What is client experience? Basically, it's everything from the initial lead capture all the way through offboarding with a service based business. You want to make sure that your clients feel seen and heard from the get go and make sure that they have no regrets, no second guessing themselves, or no buyer's remorse after they sign on the dotted line. So, how do you do that? Well, um, 5 steps to onboard new clients like a pro. I'm going to go through those today, and I hope you glean some really great information or some tips and tricks that you might be able to add into your client onboarding process. So, tip number one, so if you've been around here for any span of time, you know that I love Dubsado. It just creates a really cohesive onboarding experience for clients, and I use it in my own business as well as in a lot of my clients' businesses, especially in coaching practices or kind of high turnover service-based businesses. So I love to send out the proposal, agreement, or contract and invoice all at once. That way, when your client receives it, they can accept the proposal, sign the agreement, and pay the first invoice all in one fell swoop. There's no back and forth emailing. It makes it go super quick and easy. So that's one great starting point that I always suggest. Include the full scope of work and the deliverables in both your proposal and your contract, just so you have those in multiple places and they're more likely for your client to actually see and review those. That's a really great tip to kind of risk the dreaded scope creep. So, step number two is to send out a welcome packet. After your client has signed their agreement, paid their invoice, you want to go ahead and send out a welcome packet that's going to include all the pertinent information that they need to know in order to start working with you to where they feel really seen and taken care of off the bat. So, some items to include in your welcome packet are going to be expectations from you and your client, payment and refund policies, how you're going to be collecting payments, whether you do refunds or whether that's not offered. If there's time tracking policies in place, if you're a virtual assistant or somebody who tracks your time, how that all works. If your client should expect to receive some sort of a report at the end of the week, or how that all goes down. Payment policies, communication methods, whether you use Slack, email, Voxer, all the myriad of different tools we have available to us. You want to make it clear to your client how you anticipate communicating back and forth with them or finding out what their preferred method of communication is. So, helping your client get to know you and your business by including your mission statement and your company values is also a really good idea. So, they can get a great feel for you because they're not just buying the service that you provide, they're buying the experience with you and they're buying from you as a person. So, they want to get to know you. So, that's another really great tip. The third piece is sending over an intake questionnaire. So, this is going to be really customized to your business and your service, obviously. But a few great bonus questions that I always like to add is the client birthday, their favorite color, their favorite store, or significant dates in their life. You'll also want to include any questions that you need or any fact finding information to for you to be able to deliver what you've promised, for you to be able to get started and get to work and complete the project within the scope that you have agreed upon. The fourth step is to schedule a kickoff call. So once all of the previous pieces are taken care of and once the invoice is paid and the contract is signed, for sure you want to schedule that kickoff call so that you can get started with the work. So my suggestion is to ditch the back and forth emailing, get a scheduler. You can get one for free or you can do a paid one. I use the Dubsado native scheduler within Dubsado, which is a great option, but you can also use Acuity, Calendly. There's a bunch of different great options that you can use out there. So those are going to be very, very important, not only for kickoff calls, but ongoing progress reports or any sort of regular meetings you might have with your clients or even just coffee chats. So the fifth step in onboarding your client like a pro is to send a welcome gift. And if you have no idea what to send them, I always suggest another tip is to ask them what their love language is. and kind of incorporating that into the gift that you send. Or you can always go back to those questions that you asked with their favorite color, favorite store, things like that, and kind of glean some information. Or even just stalk their Instagram stories for a few days to find out where they go, where they shop, what they like to do, and then send them a gift card. So that's just a way to add some more customization in there. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Client experience and client onboarding is my jam. I love creating systems to make client onboarding super automated, but also super high touch in my business. I I have found that the client experience and streamlining that system is the most important piece of giving my clients their time and their sanity back. So if you want to find out more information about how we can streamline your client onboarding experience, feel free to reach out at thehughesmethod.com, or my email is jen@thehughesmethod.com. Thanks so much.